Any other question? Yes.
You touched upon the thing like, do we need a living guru? Uh, so, is it correct understanding that by how we read books by say Gurudev or even by other wise people, and so that can lead you to the correct path or liberation? Can they be considered as teachers or guru
No, Guru never dies. Guru lives through his words. So living Guru may not be there, but his own words are inspiring and guiding. And so they live through their own words. So even as you read the stories or the living in the biography of, let us say, great people, Swami Vivekananda and so many others, Ramana Maharshi, Rameshna Paramahamsa, and Aurobindo, and many others, Namdev, Karam, and so such great people, their own life, their own words, their own advice, their teachings, they are very much alive and useful to us. So by reading and getting inspired, following that will definitely be useful. So they are as good as living through their own words. Yes.
When you mentioned that when you get knowledgeable, action leads you, but when action leads you, there's also a sense of why.
And you always fill them with correct understanding. So action is meant for a purpose. Say for example, if I am doing an action and once that result is gained, that action is lost, go for right? Say like for example, if you are going to, when you are going to the university or school, once you graduate, that is over. That particular set of action is over. Does it create void? No, you are ready for the next one.
But till you find the next one, there is a void. And how do you handle it?
Yeah, so again, the point is the action will leave you not with a void, but getting you ready for the next one which is already in place. It usually happens, the example that is given in the Upanishad is like a caterpillar, when it is moved from one leaf to another, it would not leave the previous one unless it has already grabbed the next part. When we are walking also, we leave one foot only when after having put the foot other previous one there. Then we leave the, let's say you put your right leg feet first or whatever it is, and then leave the left and then you put the other one. Right? So movement is always upon already establishing yourself in the next one. So knowledge increases your awareness about the next level. And in that process, karma leaves. Not that karma leaves and you do not know what to do now. Not like that. See, when you give up, that's a void. When it happens, it is a void. It's already gone, it's over. There's no more need to be done. As I gave the example of the teddy bear, so the child is able to give up the teddy bear because he has got Nintendo. That's why he's able to give up. He's already got something else already filling it up. Higher knowledge or higher action, so as much as you leave the school only to go to the university, and you leave the university only to go to the masters, and then you leave the master because you found a job. So it always, something has already taken, so the other one falls away. Got it? Yes. Yes.
So should you consciously target looking for a guru, or if you are immersed in Vedanta, whether it's Ramakrishna Mission, Ramana Maharshi, does it matter? Is it a school that, or do you consciously target looking for a guru, whoever it be?
See, our growth invites the right person. So as you start taking interest in this field of knowledge or in the path of spirituality, the right kind of information or the person will reach out to you. This is considered as Bhagavan's grace. So it's not that you have to look for it, but you get prepared for it. And Gurudev used to give the example of a lonely flower in the middle of the forest does not know how it's going to pollinate. A bee from whichever place it will come. And because when the flower opens up, the fragrance starts emitting, the bee, wherever it would be, it is not looking for a bee. The flower that is opened up is not looking for a bee. But the bee will be coming there to make sure that pollination is complete. So too, an opening up of your own mind towards the spiritual perfection will invite the right person or the right information to reach you. Yeah. But that your effort is to make sure that you are moving towards looking for it, looking for the knowledge. I mean, increasing your awareness about it. Then the right source will come.
So Guruji, does it mean that we do not choose the Guru, but Guru chooses us, or Guru chooses us as a disciple?
In a way, yes. In a way, yes. Yeah, because your fitness, your qualification will invite the right person. And unlike where you are going for a professional knowledge, where you, having understood the need for a particular qualification, you start doing that, right? Then if you want to go for engineering, then in that direction only your schooling will be. Okay. But even though we mentioned the qualification in Vedanta also, that Viveka, Vairagya, Shat Sampatti, etc. But the Guru alone can really expedite that process. Even as your Viveka Vairagya is in the very rudimentary level, it is the Guru who makes sure that you increase those things. He will make you further fit. See, that's why the knowledge is not standard. Knowledge is specific to the qualified student. So a true Guru does not give the same thing to everyone. He will make sure that person is capable of understanding, and to that extent the knowledge is given. And not, I give it, I don't know whether you are qualified or not, but just take it. So that's the difference between a teacher and the Guru. A teacher gives knowledge, the Guru guides. The Guru's role is to make sure that you are slowly getting qualified to go to the next level. Yes.
How to find what is the right purpose for oneself, or what are the different ways to find those purposes?
The purpose is the one only for all of us, freedom and happiness. But how we interpret it depends upon your one's maturity. So if you ask a 10-year-old boy, what is happiness? What is his answer? What do you think his answer would be?
Play.
To be a driver of the garbage carrier. What is this garbage carrier? Dumping truck. Right? Dumpster truck. What is it? Because he is fascinated by the See, so after some time you ask him, when it is 20-year-old, you would not give the right same answer. You will say something else. right? So what happens to, the happiness is the same. What he's looking for is happiness. But his definition of happiness has changed because of the knowledge, the schooling and maturity and experience and other things. So if you ask him at 50, what he would say? Or 40, he would say? Or 30, what he would say? Right? So the purpose of life, if you want to say it's happiness only, that is the purpose of life, all of us. But then how we define depends upon our maturity, knowledge, experience, etc. If you ask a person who has studied Vedanta and if you ask what is the purpose of life, he'll say moksha. If you ask a person who has no idea about spirituality, you will ask what is the purpose of life? He says to be, to have as much money as I want. See, in one place I was giving lecture and then the person, when I came out, this man came out and I said, Swamiji, I have decided what? I want moksha. He had in only one class. I said, okay. What is moksha? Whatever you say, that is moksha. So, you tell me what is moksha. Swamiji, don't ask the question, but just give me moksha. Now you see, then it is just a word. He has not even understood what that means. So there are people who hold on to words which are not understanding what it really means. And just merely repeat what everybody does. But if you really want to know what it is, as you recognize or understand the meaning of that word, what liberation means, what moksha means, then you know that is the highest one you want. That is the ultimate one you want. Anybody else? Don't ask me what is the menu for lunch. I don't know. Yes.
Sorry, one more. So, like in the old Vedic system, the Nitya Karma or like Naimitya Karma were well defined per the ashrama, like where you are. I think in the modern, and let me say that the society would also support you when you wanted to move from, say, like your householder life to the next one. But how do you differentiate it now, like in a modern life? Because it may not be seen, it could be seen as like you're running away, or maybe you are letting go your responsibilities. What would be a right cutoff in the modern way of thinking, where the society may not understand you?
As I said, don't worry about the society.
Yeah,
Your path. See, nobody can live your life. Can anybody live your life? You have to live your life. Can anybody think for you or anybody amount for you? Your belief, your emotions, your feelings are yours. Right? Similarly, your moksha is yours. Okay, I'm not saying just forget about others. Don't worry about it. Alright, coming to the point. Moksha or liberation is not escape. It is not escape from anything. It is in fact all-inclusive, embracing everything. So apparently it looks like a person who is looking for moksha has to get away from everything. It is not true. It is where you start embracing, accommodating everything without any prejudice, without any attachment, without any dependence. So what you are looking for is independence and not escape. There is a big difference between these two. Escape is where you are running away because of the fear of uncertainty. Whereas independence is where you have grown to such a mature stage where nothing will hold you back. Thereby, you don't need to really leave things. You grow above it. Your dependence on them is less and less. And in that, when you become independent and your dependence is less and less, others may see it as you are not bothered. See, understand that point? You look like you are aloof. You look like you have become not caring for it. But actually it is not. You have risen above the dependence, and thereby you are free while you can take care. See, let us give the example. Do you think if there is a real need for Krishna to be there in the war? He had nothing to do with it actually. He says that I have nothing to do with this. Na anavaptam avaptavyam vartayeva cha karmani. He says, in this war or in this world, I have no responsibilities. I have nothing to gain, nothing to lose. But at the same time, I am concerned about dharma, about the right thing to be done. Therefore, I am here with you, Arjuna, to make sure that right thing is completed. I am not gaining anything, I am not losing anything in this process. So, a person who has really understood what this independence moksha means, he does not necessarily leave it. He will rise above it, and such a person who has risen above alone can truly, carefully take care of things. It will appear that he is not bothered, but he is not. Gurudev, for example, having learned under Tapovan, did he escape from the world? He came back to the world. He came back to the same place where he left behind and said, let me teach these people to come out of their own confusions. Even Swami Tapovanam dissuaded him. Why are you going back? You are already in the Himalayas, in solitude, in the bliss of the place, and in calmness and quietness and beauty of this, the whole Himalaya, and then enjoy. He said, no. If I am able to get it, others also can get it. I want to go and teach them. Then the Tapoji said, in the process you get entangled. Be careful. He said, your teaching will help me. I will not get caught. So, a truly independent person is not afraid of getting back into the world. And because he knows he can get out any time he wants. Whereas a person who does not know how to be independent, he will be afraid to come back. Such is an escapist. So, Hinduism is not an escapism. Unlike Buddhism, etc., rather, sarvam dukkam, shanikam. No. It is not shanikam, dukkam. It is something which, having reached which, untouched you become. That's why Bhagavan Krishna says, Brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tektva karodyaha lipyate nasa papena padmapatra vimamasa. A person who is able to do his action with the highest understanding as an offering to Brahman, such a person will not be affected by what he does, like that of a lotus leaf in which water doesn't stay. Water cannot touch the lotus leaves, even though it is there. He is already remaining unattached. Even the water falls on the lotus leaf, it will not stay. So too, such a person, when he is in this world, nothing can touch him. That is the independence he is able to achieve. Yes.
Is that the same as bliss?
See, we, again, terms of bliss, etc., are loosely used. Bliss is not a abandoned state. Bliss is the state of fulfillment, completeness. A joy that encompasses everything irrespective of what they are. Meaning, you don't expect things to happen to be happy. That's all it is. Your happiness is not because something is happening or not happening. So that fulfillment, that contentment, that completeness is what is the bliss. Bhagavan Krishna says, Sukham Athyantikam Yat. There is no anta, there is no beginning. Sukham Athyantikam Yat Buddhigrahyam Atindriyam. It's beyond the senses and the mind's comprehension. Veti, one who knows, Yatra cha eva ayam veti, one who knows this. Sthita chalati. Na chalati tattvada, he does not move out of it. He don't oscillate, he doesn't oscillate. Yeah, you have a question.
If Swamiji could share an inspiring anecdote or an interaction of Gurudev.
What is it?
If you can share
Anecdotes,
one
okay.
from Gurudev.
Yeah, there are so many. We had the great fortune of being with him, and he demonstrated us what he was asking as the bliss. And his joy was not only contagious, but it is continuous. As I said, it's not depending upon any happenings, right? He will be giggling and laughing and just going about for no reason. People wonder, why is he happy? No reason. Just happy. We all need reason to be happy, but he has no reason to be happy. He is happy. I remember once, recently, I was in Kerala, and when I was working, even though I'm working, but when I was working, I used to go, my work would take me to Cochin, and there is a hotel called Beach Village, Bharat Tourist. At that time, that was the biggest hotel there at that point. So I used to go on my business trips to go there, and then I had work to do there. So once I was there, at that time I was secretary of Chinmaya Mission Bangalore also. And I had written to Gurudev, I had interactions with him. So when I was in the hotel and I was going towards the hotel, at that time I knew that there was his aunt's house on the way, just few buildings away from BTH. And so I stopped by and I went to their house. And because according to Swamiji's itinerary, he was coming day after tomorrow morning. So I went to their house and said, anybody is going to the airport, can I join in meeting Gurudev and bringing him home? He said, yeah, you come next day after tomorrow morning, we will go to the airport. You can join us and then we'll go to the airport and bring him. Okay. So then I went. Next day when I went to work and then I was coming back in the evening, and again wanted to make sure that following morning I have a ride, so I went there. So the people in the house, they said, he's already come. He took the previous day flight and he's coming there today afternoon. But nobody knows in that area that he has already arrived because he is to go to the Yajna the following day only. So I was so thrilled. I will go and meet him. So I went upstairs. In that room, there was nobody. Okay? And he was sitting, and he was in such a bliss, like that. So, and I went and just stood next to him. Why is Bangalore in Cochin? And I said, no, I came on board. Okay, sit down. That's it. I was spending next 1 hour doing nothing, just watching him. And he was not sleeping. He was there in his bliss. So I could clearly see Mahatmas don't just talk. They are in the blissful state, and what he calls as bliss is the contentment. A state where one is with oneself and totally with one's own being. So that we could see in Ramana Maharshi also. When you go to the Ramanashram, you can even now feel that the place where he used to meet the devotees. So all the Mahatmas have the same state of bliss which is not comprehensible by the senses or the mind. They live in that state. And that is because of their fulfillment, completeness, independence, freedom. So therefore because I happen to have the opportunity or the blessings to see Gurudev in those, in my mind there is no doubt that is possible. It's not theoretical. It's not just somebody says so. It is true. These are the few things which we cherish as experiences. Yes. Last question.
Looking at me, right? So, I was just wondering, is Gurudev's sense of fulfillment or completeness, is it kind of intrinsic, or is it based on seeing their impact around all the people that they've touched? Like, where do you think that may be coming from?
From within. It's already there in us also. We are not looking in the direction, we are looking somewhere else. See, everyone is equally blessed by the same thing, and because of our preoccupation, because of our priorities or otherwise some other priority, because of our habits, because of our outgoing tendencies, extrovertedness, we are not really able to reach there, which is within us. So the Gurudevs or such Mahatmas' guidance is to look within. And Upanishad also very clearly says, Avritta chakshushu amritattvamichan. Turning your attention from outside and go within and reach there. Alright, the rest. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Durgabhat Bhaved. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah.